Hi guys, I'm Dean Housen and I've been asked by Miss Booth to make a video for Careers Day. And so I left Aloha in year 11. And right now I'm a footballer. As you can see, I'm at the club right now just before training. And I've been asked to talk a bit about my experience. I'm living in Bournemouth right now currently. And football is great. I play in the Premier League, so there's nothing I can really complain about. I've been told to talk about the ups and downs a bit, so obviously it's great life, and you can do whatever you want. You're free, but it's also a very demanding life, and you need to be ready 24/7 if somebody needs you. If you're obliged by contract to appear when they call on you. And me personally, I left Spain when I was 16 to go to live in Italy, and I went to play for Juventus in the youth teams. And it does get lonely sometimes, and you do miss your friends and your family and stuff, but I think it was my passion, so I think it was definitely worth it. And I think it's worth it now. And then after that I went to Roma on loan when I was 18 last season for 6 months, and then last summer I made a transfer to Bournemouth here in England. So yeah, that's a bit how my career's been so far. And me personally, I left school in year 11 and I didn't follow up on any further education, even though I do think I should have done that. But I did go to Italy and I did learn a new language, and had a whole lot of new experiences and learned a new culture and everything. But I have seen a lot of my teammates or previous teammates that also took the same decision as me and quit school. And right now they're left with nothing, and they don't play football. They don't play football, and they don't have any further education. So I do definitely think you should finish sixth form, and if you have a passion that doesn't require to go to university, I think you should. I mean, you can go for it, and you can always go back and go to uni. And your teacher will probably tell you also that when I was at school, I wasn't as motivated, and that that was obviously because I had another passion, and but I do think I should have paid more attention, and it really helps form you as a person. And I definitely think if you do have a passion though, that you should follow up on it and go for it, and do everything you can to achieve that. And that's the end of the video. I hope it's somewhat useful to you guys, and say hi to Miss Booth for me.
Hi everyone, I'm Nabila and I graduated from Aloha College in 2003. I can't believe that's over 20 years ago now. Wow. Well, I went on to study business studies with marketing at the University of Brighton, and I did a placement year at IBM. Today, I'm a strategic advisor to various companies in the UK and the US, working across the talent solutions space. And in a nutshell, what I do is I help those companies grow. I started my career as a marketing assistant at a family-run technology company here in the UK, where I stayed for about 12 years. I spent 7 of those years in the UK and then 5 years working with them out of the US, working closely with the board of directors through multiple business transactions. And I ended up leading global teams across 6 different time zones and across all multiple different operations. I became the youngest and first female VP of that FTSE 250 company, and I'm still a shareholder of that business today. I then moved on to join the board of a different company, and I became president of one of their brands, which was also operating across technology training. And I grew and led that brand from 30 people to over 500 at its peak. We also operated across the UK, so we opened in the US, Canada, Australia, Holland, and Spain. So it's been a hugely exciting journey and a lot of hard work, I tell you. My advice to you is grab every opportunity you can with both hands, because the truth is, talent is everywhere, but opportunity is not. Try and secure as many internships, placements that you can, build your experience, and be prepared to work really, really hard, because there really is no other way to get to the top unless your dad is the CEO. However, if you want to achieve your own success, you have to put in the hard work and the long yards. Once you have enough experience, you can open your own business. But either way, there are no shortcuts here. Find yourself some great mentors if you can. The best mentor I ever had was the former CEO of IBM. His name was Larry Hurst, and he's still a very good friend of mine today. So build your network and keep in touch with them.
Hello guys, my name is Sophia Unger and I graduated from Aloha College in 2021. I did my A-levels over there and I'm currently studying at Kennesaw State University in Atlanta in the US, and I'm a student athlete for the school. I play tennis, hence why I have my gear on. And yeah, I came through an agency in order to get a scholarship, but even if you don't want to play a sport here, that's okay. You can go through the careers department and still have an amazing experience just like I have. I plan on graduating in May, and after I graduate, I want to stay in the States in order to work. So that goes to show how much I've absolutely loved it here. I wouldn't change it for anything in the world. So if you have the chance, please do take it. If I have a piece of advice that I could give you all, it would be time management. It really got me through Aloha College. It got me through university. You can have fun in life while also excelling at work and in school, as long as you time your days correctly. So that's really what I would focus on in these next few years for you all. And yeah, I hope you guys all have some great years ahead in Aloha, and good luck.
Hello, my name is Rosa Gomez. I joined Aloha College in 1982 and I went all the way. Course my A-levels in biology, maths, economics and Spanish. At the time there was no choice for IB because the school didn't offer the IB. So I left in 1990 to Malaga University to study law. I am very happy to have studied law. I love my career, I really enjoy it. My tips for you, the year 11s, are that you look at your strengths, you make a list, that you listen to the people you trust, parents, careers, officers, teachers that you have a good relationship with, and anyone that can advise you, that you make a list of universities of your choice, that you visit as many as you can, and then visualize yourself performing the career, so you can feel really being that person, and seeing if you really enjoy to be that person for the rest of your life. But in any event, don't be afraid of making a mistake, don't be afraid of not being 100% sure, because really you never know, and it's very difficult to make a choice at your age. So really make a choice, go for it, and if not, I mean, in life you can always change. Maybe the career is not what you thought, but maybe you can adapt it. So just give it a go and be brave and live. Bye bye.
Hey everyone, my name is Alfonso and I graduated in 2024. While studying at Aloha, I completed my A-levels before heading off to university. Right now I'm studying medicine at Università Vita Salute San Raffaele in Milan. Studying in Italy has been an incredible experience. The culture here is amazing. Great foods, reasonable living costs, beautiful cities, and a very international student community. Plus, getting hands-on experiences at this university in Italy starts very, very early during the course, which is a huge advantage. Studying medicine is a very rewarding degree. Sure, it's hard, but the sense of purpose that you get from studying something that directly helps people is amazing. You're constantly learning, problem solving, and working with a team. And here at San Raffaele, the resources and professors are fantastic, and the clinical exposure is excellent. One of the biggest challenges I didn't fully anticipate was the intensity of the workload. The sheer amount of information you have to learn is overwhelming at times. Also, living in Italy means learning and adapting to a new language, which can take some getting used to. If you're in year 11 and thinking about medicine, some things I can recommend to you are taking chemistry, biology, and statistics in sixth form, as they are absolutely critical. And if you're thinking about studying abroad, check which entrance exams you'll need to take and start preparing early. Thank you so much. I hope this helps, and best of luck in your future endeavors.
Hi, I'm Michelle.
And I'm Bibi.
And we graduated in the year of 2024.
We're currently studying in Madrid in la Universidad de Carlos III.
I'm doing a degree of international studies.
And I'm studying audiovisual communications.
So we just want to start off by saying what life in Madrid is like, starting with the best things about Madrid.
So one of the best things for me personally is the life in living in a residence. I personally think that's one of the main parts that has made my experience so good.
Mm-hmm. For sure, because it does make it really easy to make friends. In general, university is a very easy place to make friends in.
Yep. And we live extremely close to campus, 5-minute walk, if even. So that's a great plus as well.
Another thing that's really good about Madrid is the public transport. So even though we live on the outskirts of Madrid, we live in Getafe, it's really easy to get to the center.
Yeah, and obviously in the center, life is very, very fun. There's always things to do in Madrid, so it's a very recommended city from our part.
Especially
to go
for
study
students.
in. Yeah.
Then moving on to the worst things. For me, I'd say that some teachers at the university, they don't put as much care into your academics or anything, obviously, because it's a public university. So it's very different to studying at a local college.
Yeah, the classes most of them are quite big, and some teachers won't even know your name. But it's just very independent, and you have to make sure that you're focused, because if not, you might lose track, which kind of happened to me in the first semester.
Yeah, that's another thing. The first semester is always going to be kind of the hardest semester, just because it's a big change from what we were used to. But that shouldn't sway you away from continuing to study and things like that. So, yeah. And then we also want to talk about the application process. So for me, I would say that the application process was a little bit confusing, and I did struggle and stress about it at times. But thankfully, I did get a lot of help from Don Diego. So we set up a few meetings with him, and he also gave you a pamphlet which explains how to go about the process. The only bad thing is that obviously he won't be with you on the day. So that made it a little bit more stressful for me, because I got a little bit lost at times, but then you can always send him an email and then he'll answer you, and then that always makes it much easier.
Yeah, because you do the application in summer, so when he's not around. But in the general, I feel like everyone finds the application process very hard, so don't stress out too much. It is just something you have to do and get over with.
And it is doable. Everyone has to do it at some point, unless they don't go to uni.
But it is very confusing.
It can be confusing. And then to talk about some top tips when choosing your degree and also choosing your destination, I would say it's really important to look into your degree. And one thing that I really didn't do was look into the structure of the course. So kind of the syllabus, what we would cover in my degree. I think that's a really good thing to do, because then you could see if the course actually suits your interests.
Yeah, I would also look at the subjects, because sometimes you have subjects that you can choose, or choose between different subjects, the ones that aren't the main ones in your course, and be very careful when picking those out, because I wasn't. And I ended up regretting it. So yeah, just make sure you really look into it. Look into the structure of the subject, if it has an exam, if it has the percentage weight, all of those things. It's at the end of the day, it's very important, and it's something you shouldn't just look over it I did.
And then for anything that we wish we were told before applying, I wish that people had told me that uni is very different. One thing that we were often told was that if you do IB, uni is going to be very easy.
Yeah.
That's not the case. It's very different. And personally, I find that university is a little bit harder than IB, just because the workload and the way you have to kind of cope with the course is very different to the way you'd cope with IB. With IB, there was a lot of guidance. Here in university, obviously, because you're more independent, you have to put more effort and think about things yourself in a way.
Yeah, I would say IB does prepare you in many ways.
For sure.
But
It's
saying that
very
like IB
different.
is harder or over prepares you even, I would say
I don't
is a
think
stretch.
that's the case.
But not like in a bad way per se. I think IB was still like hard in many ways, and university it's just very different.
Yeah,
so just
they're
be
hard in
prepared.
different ways.
Yeah,
So yeah,
we definitely recommend studying Madrid though.
for sure.
So yeah, don't leave the application process for too late, and don't leave thinking about university for too late.
And don't stress about it too much either. For me, it was a very sensitive topic to talk about uni because it did stress me out, but it will all work out in the end.
Yeah.
So good luck to all of you.
Best of luck.
Bye.
Hello, Aloha college students. My name is Pablo Martin. I'm an ex-Aloha college student since I was 3 years old. I graduated in 2022, where I studied the IB program. I decided to start my university journey here in the Netherlands, in the University of Groningen, where I'm precisely finishing my thesis for the economics and business economics degree. What are the main benefits of studying in such a country, in such a city like Groningen? For sure, the main benefit is making so many friends from different backgrounds. I have a lot of friends from Ireland, from the Netherlands, Colombian, from Uruguay, Italian, so many friends from so many different backgrounds. That makes the life at university and your journey more enriching. A second benefit, I think it's the fact that in my case, for example, I live by my own, in my own apartment. The fact that you become independent. You're responsible for cleaning, you're responsible for making your lunch, for making your dinner, responsible for your financials, which is very important, for your groceries. And yeah, I think it's a really important thing in life, becoming independent. The main challenges for me, especially at the start of my journey in university, was the fact of adapting to the new methods of learning, the methods of teaching. If you compare it a bit to the IB, in my case, I had a really close relationship with my teachers, where I had confidence with them. I could talk to them about my doubts, my concerns. And then in university, it's more of you against the world. So of course you can ask your teachers for help, for any doubts that you have with any courses, but you are the one responsible to getting the good grades, to passing the exams, and to focus and pay attention in classes. Some experiences that stand out during my journey, I think for sure one of the most enriching experiences was the fact that I was selected out of 11. We were 11 students that got selected for a business summer camp in China with a partner university. And I spent nearly 3 weeks in China, in Shanghai, Ningbo. There are several cities there in the coast. And it was an incredible experience. I made, again, a lot of new friends, specifically Dutch and English friends and German friends. It was just incredible. It was a whole different culture. We had to do a mini project about the working culture in China, and it was really, really enriching. And one of the tips that I can give to you, year 11 students, I would probably say choose a course that generally interests you. Don't pick a course because your parents tell you pick that course because it's the one that you're gonna get most money in life, or you're gonna be more successful. No, I think you have to pick a course that you really like. There's time to decide. You've got time. I've got a lot of friends that started a degree but then realized that they didn't like that, so they changed, and there's no problem with that. So yeah, pick something that you like, pick something that you're interested in, and yeah, I think that's my best tip. And I hope you guys have a successful life, successful journey in the IB or your A levels. And yeah, best of luck. Bye-bye.
Hi, my name is Amani Hussaini and I am class of 2024. I did the IB and I'm currently studying a BA Honours in Global Social Challenges at the University of Manchester. It's a 3-year degree. And just to tell you a little bit about what we do in our course, we look at things like the global political economy, global debt, pandemics, trade, neoliberalism, international law, specifically to do with human rights. So yeah, that's a little bit about what my course is about. It's very interdisciplinary, which I really like. Moving on to talking about life in the UK. Okay, I cannot emphasize this enough. Make sure you bring enough jackets and winter wear because it is pretty cold here. The weather isn't the best part, but there's so many great things about the UK. You can go on different hikes. Like I've been to the Peak District, which is right next to Manchester. You can take short day trips to places like Liverpool, Blackpool, and it's relatively affordable for a student, so I really like that part. My top tips, which I would have for year 11s, would be to really start thinking about the subjects that you like in secondary school. Look at subjects that you're good at and explore some career opportunities using the school. Attend events outside school as much as possible to really gain as much professional experience in them as possible, because that also really looks good on your resumes. And then my top tips for year 12 would be to really start your applications early. My first step would be to really identify the area of study you'd like to delve deeper into, so whether that's biology, law, history, economics, whatever it is. Step 2 would be to identify your target university. So if you can visit them beforehand, that's great, and look at their requirements. Do they need SATs, BMAT, supplementary essays, whatever. And Mr. Tinkler can help you with that. And step 3 would be to really solidify your essays or your applications to these universities, especially if they're more competitive schools. So you want to start really early. My last top tip would be to really work on your IAs and any schoolwork that you have in year 12 itself, and do your essays and mocks and your proper like IB or A level exams in year 13, because you have no time to do your IAs. Trust me, a lot of people in my year group had deadlines from the year before and they had procrastinated that, and that's why they struggle to meet certain deadlines. So you don't want to end up doing that. But yeah, in the summer, craft your applications for your universities. It makes it a whole lot easier, so you can actually just focus on exams then in year 13. But I hope that was helpful, and see you later.